I'm Tisha.
I'm Loren.
And this is the Open Booked Podcast. Today we are talking about all of the Colleen Hoover books. We're going to go over the last four that we didn't cover in depth briefly, and then give our ranking of all of the books.
It took us way longer than we want to admit.
Yeah, it was rough.
Changed mine about 5 times, just to be real.
And I might change it again as we go through these.
Yeah, I was like, as we're talking, I'm probably going to move stuff around, but it's fine. So before we get into that, what are you reading?
That's what I was just wondering. I finished one of my arcs, 13 Years by D. Raven. So good. I went into it not expecting really anything. It's her debut novel, so I was like, not everybody's first pancake is great. I think there's a book or a show that talks about that. Maybe it's Gilmore Girls. So I was like, okay, I know it's kind of a enemies to lovers trope, or at least that's what the blurb said, but I didn't get that really at all. So I ended up sobbing. Loved it. 10 out of 10, recommend. Everybody go read it. So I don't know what I'm reading next. I just got 2 more arcs in the last 2 days, so probably one of those, but I also need to try and read the second book in the Crescent City series, so I don't know, I'm lost. What about you?
Do that, I was going to say, when you do that, we need to cover Crescent City like we did ACOTAR.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since I've read them now, so I may have to do a reread, and they're giant, so
yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But this week, actually yesterday, or maybe it's Friday, I don't know, I finished Fire and Blood, which is George R. R. Martin. It's back here, actually. Mm-hmm. It's giant, too. It is House of the Dragon is based off this book, and I was just having some withdrawals from the show ending. This season. So now we have to wait 2 more years, but that is some controversy on the internet. Is they pretty much made the whole second season a trailer for the rest of it. There was like one battle, and having just read this without spoilers, there's a lot more in the book. But I will say, it was interesting. I expected it, just having been such a fan of the show and reading the other books. It was more like a history book. So, when you're in class and it's like, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, 1492. And it's just, that's exactly how that was. So all the details and everything that you see in the show are creative additions, because there's none of that in the book. The book is very cut, dry, this is what happened, historical, and it's historical accounts, so it's from the Maesters. So there's 4 different points of view where it's like, Mushroom said this guy said this guy said this, so they don't know, you don't really know what happened in the book. So what happens in the show is what actually happened. So I thought that was kind of fun, honestly, so I enjoyed it. I'm a big nerd, so I like Game of Thrones is life for me. So it's been helping me with my withdrawal, but the internet hated season 2, so I'm interested to see what the masses think in 2 years when we get season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Next read, I'm going to read our book club book, which we had our meeting last week. Only one of us liked our book club pick. So we decided to follow Reese's book club picks because she changes variety. And every book that I've personally read that was a pick of hers at one point or another has been phenomenal. So we're going to take the easy way out and use her picks. But that is new since last episode. So she picked Slow Dance by Rainbow Roll. I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm going to start that soon. Have you started it yet?
No, not yet.
Might wait till the week of, because I got it on Audible, and it's a 5-hour at my speed. So I need it to be fresh. I may do it literally the Saturday before, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing.
Tisha, you talked about all the arcs you got, but you went to NWA Book Fest yesterday. How did that go?
Yeah, I think it is still fairly new, so it is very small. They literally had it in like one big conference room, authors trying to do their 15-minute reading, and people like wandering around, talking to vendors, shopping. I think once it gets a little bit bigger, it will be better, but they are heavily focused on local authors, so that makes it a little bit harder to get like recognizable names. All in all, it was decent, especially because it's free. I don't know if I definitely wouldn't have enjoyed it if I had to pay for it.
Right.
But it was decent for what it is, being a 501c3 nonprofit and being free. So pros and cons. They served alcohol, I think beer and wine. Yeah,
That's
I
a
was
pro.
like, oh, that's unique.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless it just like explodes next year, I don't know that I would want to go again.
Okay. The local author thing is cool. Maybe they should have had like a breakout for the readings where you can go and sit and listen to those.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Shop.
And like make it like 20 minutes or something, and then you have like a Q&A afterward. Because, I mean, we only stayed for the children's part because I took my kids, but I don't know. I don't think that would have been as open or easy to have like a like a conversation if it's all in the same room. I think it's just awkward.
And then the vendors feel like they can't talk to the customers or vice
Yeah.
versa because they don't want to talk over the author or
Yeah.
I get that. Maybe it'll keep growing like everything in NWA. Usually the right people get involved, it becomes a event.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, our giveaway for hitting 2,000 followers ended 30 minutes ago as we record this.
Yeah.
So we will be announcing, by the time this episode airs, we will have already announced the winner.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't ever showed the bookmark that I'm giving away, so I thought that I would share it. It's really cool. It has all of Colleen Hoover's books, and it's wood. It's really thick. I saw some people color them as they read them, which is cool.
Oh, I like that.
I think I said this last week. I can't find this anymore, so I think I don't know if the person I got it from doesn't make them anymore, or if they're just not a thing. But I thought it was really cool, so that would be it. Then I haven't showed the candle either. So here's the candle that the person's getting. Gardenia and honeysuckle scented. So yeah, they will already have this by the time this episode airs. But thought I could show you all. And then of course
their books.
The books. Yes. Yeah. $25 worth of books off their wish list. So,
love that.
Yeah, exciting stuff. I'm sure we'll have another giveaway as we hit another landmark of followers or something. So,
yeah,
be sure to follow along for that. But should we talk about the elephant in the room?
Okay.
The It Ends With Us drama.
So much drama.
Okay, I told Tisha this the other night. I literally couldn't sleep. Okay. I don't know. I am a sleepy girl. I'm not a night owl. I'm not an early bird. I'm a leave me sleeping person, okay? I can do both if needed, but I do not prefer that. I was up till 3:30 a.m., and part of it was getting in... I got that TikTok warning that's like, when TikTok itself pops up about your scroll time? I got 2 of those motherfuckers.
Oh, gosh.
Tisha had texted me at midnight or something. My bitch ass apparently read it and then forgot about it because the next day I went to text her about something else and I'm like, shit, I didn't text her back. Anyways, Loren went wild, okay? There's 2 sides to this. No, neither side has said anything, okay? This is all the internet sleuths.
Yeah.
One side is that Justin Baldoni was a dick about her weight.
Oh, wow.
You sent me that one, right? About
yeah. Because he has a back issue and it kind of picked her up.
Yeah, which I think that one's a little far fetched, in my opinion. Now I could be wrong, but it seems far fetched. So, and then there is the side which this side I don't say I'm taking sides, but I can see this. Okay, number one proof in the pudding. There was no comedy in the book. Okay. I laughed out loud multiple times in the movie.
Yeah.
I actually liked it, but it had Ryan Reynolds' name written all over it.
All over it, yeah.
It literally sounded like some shit he would have said in Deadpool. We know he's very funny. He's known for being funny. On the premiere, the first time we hear this, Blake confirms that Ryan rewrote one particular scene, the scene that had us laughing out loud, the rooftop scene. The opening should be the opening. Anyways, they rewrite that scene, and she confirms that. All right, this is the first aspect of this argument. The second aspect is the press, right? None of them, everyone but Justin Baldoni was doing press together, and he's doing everything by himself. No one is talking shit on each other. Mm-mm. Everyone's saying nothing but good things, but Blake Lively right now is getting a ton of hate. For number one, some hateful comments. Like, she was rude a couple of times. So I've never seen her be rude. So that tells me, okay, she's struggling, probably. And Justin Baldoni said nothing but good things and, like, said she was ready to direct. Then he goes and hires the same PR firm that helped Johnny Depp with Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Which tells me he might be the Johnny Depp in this situation.
Yeah.
So that has me rethinking everything. Also, people are really upset that, like, this has become the Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman show. But that part, I'm kind of like, chill out. She went to his premiere, too. Like, they're married. Hugh Jackman's probably hanging out with him because they're doing a lot of press, and he just came along. I mean, I don't necessarily think that's a huge argument, but the biggest thing is that she is saying, like, put your florals on, grab your girlfriends, like, making it like a rom-com. And the whole point of this book is domestic violence. Whereas Justin Baldoni is in his interviews, very candid about how hard it was to play Ryle and how he had an intimacy coordinator and putting himself in that. Like, his interviews seem very raw and real and about the struggle it was, which, by the way, I came into this not being a huge fan of him as Ryle, and I walked away saying he did a great job as Ryle. Yeah, so he convinced me, but I don't know. It's just so much. What do you think?
So I saw something that said Justin made Blake uncomfortable by lingering a little too long with a kiss. And from everything I've seen, which obviously I've never met him, you never truly know someone. So you can't, speak to their character 100% because, like, especially after the whole issue with Ashton and Mila writing those letters for what's-his-face from the ranch and that 70s show that, went to jail for SA. But, like, you never truly know someone's character. But from everything, his actions in public and in private that people have just kind of put out there in the world of their experiences, he seems like a stand-up guy. He seems like he would not be the kind of person to make someone uncomfortable by doing that. Not intentionally, 100%. And for someone to attack someone's character in that way really took everything down a few notches, for my opinion, of Ryan and Blake. Mm-hmm. For even allowing that to go out into the world.
Yeah, if that's not true, they should have issued a statement and been like, hey, we understand the fans are, coming up with some theories. Let me just put it out here and say, like, Justin was great to work with. We have a great work. Like, they should have squashed that shit. And there's been no 100%. Public statements by any of them. Honestly, why isn't anyone talking about this? That is the part of me that thinks this is all a thing, and they're all in on it. It's a whole marketing thing. And it's on purpose.
Yeah, I just hate that it is somewhat tarnishing, more so Justin's character, because, the clout and the money surrounding Ryan and Blake, which, love them, love their relationship, love their friendship with Hugh, like, all of that. But then to turn around and allow this to happen to not like a lesser known director, but someone who really values bringing light to difficult subjects. That's really rough.
Yeah. They've said this over and over again. This was a passion project for Justin Baldoni. He is the one that bought the rights to the book to make a movie. Yeah. It's his production company doing it. he brought on Blake Lively.
Yeah.
This was his baby. So if they really just came in and like took over, that sucks. But also, I mean, the movie, they did do a great job. So together, I think they make a good team to make a good movie. I don't know what went on behind the scenes, but I could see like Ryan coming in as like top A-list celebrity and that rubbing some people the wrong way when he wasn't even involved. But I did like the comedy. I thought it was a good ad.
Yeah, it was funny.
I mean, we both were laughing and looked at each other like that was not in the book, but it was still funny. I mean, we still like this. Anyway, maybe someone will come out soon and say something.
Hopefully. Like, even if they just release, you know, a fluff statement that said something to the effect of, you know, there's no animosity. We let things get away from us as, you know, a PR kind of stunt. We'd all accept it. But don't let it diminish someone's character just for PR. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. It's giving ick. But I will say something to compare this to. You remember when Anyone But You was coming out around Christmas time, and then a little after, they were all like, Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney are together, like, Sydney's cheating on her fiance with Glenn, and they never confirmed, they never denied, they were all flirty in public, and then like 3-4 months later they came out and were like, oh yeah, we leaned into that, it's great marketing. Like, Glenn said that on TV, like, yeah, no, we leaned into it. Like, they even made jokes on The Late Show about it. Absolutely loved that movie, by the way. It's probably one of my favorite rom-coms ever. I thought it was...
I still haven't seen it. I want to.
It's on Netflix, I think. Yeah, it's on Netflix. But... yeah, no, so that makes me think this could all just be a stunt.
Yeah.
So, I didn't put this on our agenda. Sorry, throwing you a curveball. Matthew Perry.
Oh,
did you see all that?
I saw that. And it's Michael Jackson and Prince and like all of these, you know, highly famous performers and the people that they surround themselves with because of their addictions. They, you know, tend to push people out, and it's so devastating when it ends like this, because 90% of the time, this is how it ends.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, too, is that I'm seeing some conflicting information. Like, there was a friend that had said they saw him the day before, and he was clean, he was sober, so they were, like, really shocked by this. And I'm like, isn't that kind of like an addict's pattern? Is that they are able to fool you? Or is that genuine? Like, was he clean and sober and someone did this to him? But the ketamine queen or whoever that they arrested apparently is a doctor for A-list celebrities and how they get their drugs. She's like a legit, we joke about candy doctors, but like she's like a legit candy doctor, which I knew that stuff was going on, but good for this guy for like cracking down on it. Like I feel like everyone's just scared to crack down on Hollywood because of, you know, they have all sorts of, there's people that move away. Matthew McConaughey, for example, moved to Texas. Like, Hollywood's its own world. It's like a different world, and they take their families away from that. So it's good to see them actually cracking down on it.
Yeah, it's good to see finally something is happening.
Yeah. Wonder what all those celebrities are going to do. They can't get their drugs now. They're going to find someone else.
Sure, they're a dime a dozen.
Yeah, I unfortunately think so. Okay. Well, Chapel Roan's stuck in my head yet again.
I think I've only heard her newest Pink Pony Club like once or twice, and I've avoided it because I don't want to get it stuck in my head.
For me, it starts with hearing it on TikToks and just knowing the snippet that's like the TikTok sound, which is how this started. And then I was like, what does the rest of the song sound like? So I look it up on Spotify, and then I guarantee you Tuesday when my on repeat's gonna be, it's gonna be that damn song. Because that's how it starts. TikTok does it, man. Yeah. But it's just a fun poppy song, and those are just good to throw in sometimes with all my sad girl country. Also, what the fuck does demure mean? Have you seen all those? Oh my god,
why is everybody saying demure?
Very demure, very mindful, very modest. I'm like, what the fuck is demure? where did this come from?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you last night. It's either a TikTok or a reel, and he's like, if everyone doesn't tell me why we're saying demure, I'm gonna lose my mind.
If someone doesn't tell me why we're all saying demure, I am going to lose my mind.
Okay, here's demure. Reserved, modest, and shy.
But why? Why are we saying this?
I don't know where it came from, but I've just seen, like, the press, which I'm going to talk about Emily in Paris next. The press for Emily in Paris was literally someone recording everyone with what they're wearing. Chanel dress, very demure, very mindful, very modest. You see the sleeves, very mindful. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Where is I need the original video. If you find it, we need to put it in here because I don't know where this started. I've just seen everyone making fun of it. I've seen people with dog toys. You see my dog toy. It's very demure. It's very mindful.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what is going on?
Why?
This is like just the past 2 days I've started seeing this too. Like it's like fresh. Oh well.
Wild.
I'm sure we'll figure it out and then we'll have to discuss next week where this came from or add it in. Because I'm gonna be on a mission. But...
Yeah, I'll have to find that video. Did you see where I put in the ones of Ray Gun?
See how I come to work? Very demure. I do my makeup. I lay my wig. I do a little braid. I flat iron my hair. I do chi-chis out. I do viral vanilla. Very demure. Very mindful. Let's not forget to be demure divas.
Yes, I was watching it and died.
Oh shit, speaking of Ray Gun, did you see how she got into the Olympics?
Her husband was like the chair or something, committee. She rigged it.
She and her husband own this company that has the competitions like leading up to the Olympic trials, and she, being a judge of the company, obviously made herself win, and she went to the fucking Olympics. And everybody's like, what the fuck?
Apparently they're like the Olympic board or whatever is investigating everyone from Team Australia because of this.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you saw the people, I saw a video, I think it was on the Pat McAfee show. He, like, showed the video of the trials and her dancing versus the people she beat. They looked like good. They looked like what we were talking about. Like, real. I'm like, this shit was rigged. But, I mean, the entertainment was top tier. But if this is true, like, how many other times has stuff like this happened?
And she apparently, I think it was Wednesday I saw, she came out and she was like basically begging for pity because everybody's making fun of her. It's like, bitch, you cheated. You deserve this.
Yeah.
I don't condone bullying, but when you make a mockery of something, you deserve to be mocked in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, she's getting so much fame over this. Like, look at the Hawk Tuah girl now. She's quit her job. She has a full-on marketing person. She's going to events. She's DJing with Shaq. She's going on podcasts. She's going to hook up with Matt Rife. I mean, this is getting out of control. And I'm like, she could have done that.
And she's a crack baby.
Yeah, and she's a crack baby. She says she's a crack baby.
She's like, yeah, I'm a crack baby. Didn't you know?
What do you think's wrong with me? Why do you think I'm so funny? That's just... Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, so we'll keep you guys posted on the Ray Gun saga. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I almost forgot about it, but I saw one video at probably 1 a.m. this morning after I finished my book. And I was like, I need something funny. Let's go to TikTok.
Yeah, we can count on them for that.
Yes.
But, couple TV shows before we get into the meat of this episode. Both are actually books. I didn't know Emily in Paris was a book until today, and I decided I'm going to dive in because there is no plot in Emily in Paris other than she's in Paris and she doesn't know which guy to be with. But for some reason, the world loves this fucking show. So I watched the first half of this new season, I think it's 4, in one evening, and it was really good. But of course, like all the times Netflix does the whole first half this month, second half next month, it was a cliffhanger. So
fucking annoying. Like,
yeah.
you're already putting ads in our shit. You're already charging us $20 a month for this shit. And then you're gonna give us a mid-season cliffhanger like it's fucking primetime TV. No, we are trying to binge everything from start to finish. Leave us the fuck alone. Like,
this
just
is
give
Netflix.
us our show. Yeah.
We expect a full ass season, okay?
Yeah. Or 7 all at once.
Yep. Give them all. We'll binge. And then you watched Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is a book series I have not gotten into. But...
yeah. I think there's only 4 episodes in it. So I don't know if it's just like the first book or what. But it was really good. Like, the whole, like, after probably 20 minutes into the first episode, I was just like on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh, I love this. Even my oldest son Keaton was watching it with me, and he like, I had to remind him, hey, it's your bedtime. Like, you can watch the rest of this tomorrow or something, but you got to go to bed. Like, stop trying to sit here and watch the rest of the show with me.
He was locked in.
Yeah. But it was so good. And the end just blew my mind.
Yeah, there's 3 books. I actually have this little box set. It's actually really cute.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if that's all of them or not, but I need to get into them before I watch the show so I can complain about how it's different. You know.
See, if I'm going to watch something that I know is a book, I prefer to watch it first and then read it, because if I read it and then watch it, I'm always disappointed in the movie or show. I'm like,
maybe
that's
I should
not...
do that.
They skipped it. They skipped the best part.
And then you have characters to visualize in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should do that.
That's what I did with
the
the 50 Shades series.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, good call on that one, too. Okay, should we get into the meat and potatoes?
I guess. Let's do it.
Okay, we're going to skim through 4. I say skim, we're just going to talk about them. Pretty much if we liked them, basics of the book. There's only 4 Colleen Hoover books that we did not cover in our CoHo extravaganza leading up to the movie premiere. The first one...
Because we didn't love them.
Because we didn't love them. The first one is Without Merit. So my first note on this is the step uncle gave me the ick.
That was fucking weird.
I just was like, who thinks of that?
Okay,
yeah.
Before we go any further, spoilers. Spoilers for Without Merit, Never Never, Heartbones, and Regretting You. And trigger warnings for death, drug use, suicide, theft, like breaking and entering, weird shit.
Oh yeah, squatting.
Yeah, sexual abuse, domestic violence, probably covers the majority of it. Yeah, attempted suicide, like there's a lot to unpack in these 4.
Yeah. And we're not going to get like into the depths of any of that stuff. Just mainly the plots of the books a little bit. And then if any of that bothers you, come back for our CoHo rankings at the end. There will be no spoilers or triggers needed for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Without Merit, family is insane. I don't want to say it's just like, just think of the most obscure, crazy things and then throw them all together in an old church.
Yeah. Dollar Voss.
Yeah. It's so interesting. Like, I do think this is a good insight on maybe, like, the weird kid at school that no one's friends with.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is a good, like, portrait of that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The trophies I made a note that I thought it was funny she collected trophies that she
hilarious.
I was like, that's cute.
I love that she stole the first one. Because the guy just broke up with her and she's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm taking your trophy.
Yep. I'm sure he was so proud of that motherfucker too. And she's like, mine. We talked about the step uncle. I will say the family drama in this was a little far-fetched and over the top. What did you think?
Yeah, it's wild. Like the way the husband cheated on the wife with a woman with the same names. Then he married her. And they had like all the things. It's wild.
Yeah, and then the weird mom situation in the house. It's just weird.
She's an agoraphobic, so she lives in the basement. or I think it said basement, but it was actually like a quarter of the house, wasn't it?
It sounded like a section of the house that might have just been like the bottom floor, because I know there's stairs.
Maybe. Okay, yeah.
They talk about stairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then he's cheating on the second Victoria with the wife, the first wife. Like, what the fuck?
Not trying to offend anyone, but he definitely should have been a different religion, and that would have been allowed.
Yeah. Also, I thought it was so weird how, I mean, it didn't come out until her attempted suicide, but the way the brother like forced himself on her, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we have another sexual assault CoHo edition.
Yeah.
That letter, though, talk about a fucking mic drop.
Yeah.
They honestly needed it. People are like, she's crazy. No, she needed to do that shit. Their asses needed to be called out.
100%. Yeah.
And the twist that surprised me was that her sister and the boyfriend, Sagan, weren't even together.
They weren't even dating.
The whole
I was
point
like,
of
what
this
the
book,
fuck?
the whole point of this book was her like in this weird situation, falls in love with a guy who's dating her sister, and then finds out this whole time they're not dating. Like, I was like, what? What is this
All
book
of this
about?
could have been avoided. Yeah.
All in all, I didn't like hate this book at all. I think when we get to the ranking, you'll see, but compared to another one we're going to talk about later, I did not hate this one. I ranked it decent, so.
Yeah. Anything else on that one?
No, I'm ready for Never Never if you are.
Ready as I'm gonna be, because I don't remember a ton of it. I just remember it was kind of like Layla in the like paranormal, not really, like things that don't really happen.
Yeah, unrealistic for sure. I was reading through the plot, like just, refreshing myself for this, and I didn't remember hardly anything either. So I don't know if maybe this was one of the earlier ones and I don't remember, or if maybe I only read one part. I don't know, but I don't know. My refresher says that they were like best friends, lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, both wake up and forget literally everything about themselves, their family, what they look like, and then
I don't even know their name.
Yeah, they're trying to like figure everything out together. I think the whole point of it is like, are soulmates real? Mm-hmm. Like, do they find each other even not knowing everything they've been through? But then, of course, there's drama and secrets that both of them have. And then I will say, I like to look at book reviews before we do an episode. I think I've talked about that before. But this one had fucking terrible reviews. Absolutely terrible reviews.
Yeah. So this was a co-write between Taryn Fisher, which is Colleen Hoover's like best friend. She was in the movie with her. Everyone said there was too much open at the end. Like nothing was tied up in a bow. Like there were too many questions and zero answers. Yeah.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you still don't even know if they are actually together at the end, right? It's like they leave it open-ended, like he could be in love with someone else. I read a review that said that they felt like it was open.
I think the epilogue is something like they're together several years later and have a daughter of their own, maybe. And somehow this starts happening to her, I think.
Okay, I saw that too.
Yeah. So this was the very last book of hers that I read. So, I mean, that tells you kind of like it wasn't really talked about a lot. It's not highly ranked on anybody's list. Like, it's kind of just there.
Yeah.
It's an interesting read. It does kind of break your heart at one point, but too much is left to interpretation, and everyone interprets it differently. So.
And she usually doesn't do that. She usually overdoes it.
Yeah.
So maybe there'll be more.
Yeah.
But Okay, that's all I have. Anything else on Neva Neva?
No.
Okay, Heartbones. I think this one is overrated or underrated. Sorry, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yes.
I actually enjoyed this one. There wasn't like a whole bunch of the drama and the wild family and the crazy unrealistic things. Like, I felt like it was probably a more realistic one, and I liked it.
I did. I forgot how much I liked it because I haven't reread it. But I watched a review, which I might link in our episode description because it is the best review I found, and it's very detailed. And this guy actually seems like he's like unbiased. He just gives a good review, an overview of it, and I really liked it.
Love that. Yeah, send it so I can read it too. I thought another note I made here was another interesting choice of name for the female character.
Yeah.
Bea.
Yeah.
So I think that, sometimes you'll read a book and it's like the same main male character name as you read in 5 other books. So I think maybe that's what she's trying to avoid doing here and just using really obscure names.
Yeah. I don't think she has any, like, thinking back on all the books we've read and listened to, like, none of the names are really common.
Mm-mm.
I think there's maybe one, like
Jeremy.
Andrew, Jeremy, yeah. Like
Your husband's
the majority
name?
of them, yeah. Majority of them were like Ledger and Tate and I can't even think of the other ones. Verity,
Lowen.
Lowen, yeah. But they're all pretty uncommon names, and I like that.
Yeah. I do too. I really do. Because then you can say it and you're like, know which book you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay. The thing that got me on this was that Boy Toy was not rich.
Yeah, he wasn't loaded.
Yeah. And the thing is, he never said he was. Everyone just assumed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
And I had kind of forgot about it, but the thing that, like, blew my mind and nobody really, I don't know, thought about it or, like, made comment on it. I watched, like, 7 reviews this morning, and none of them, except for this guy, mentioned they find a body on the beach, and he's like, oh, I know who this is. Let me just push him out in the ocean. That's where he'd want to be. Don't worry about it. Just don't say anything. It's cool.
Yeah.
I was like, am I being pranked right now? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. That's a good call out, for sure. I'd forgotten
Wild.
about that until you just said it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, that was kind of a red flag.
I was like, did he kill this guy? Is this why he's, like, bouncing around house to house? Like, what the fuck is happening?
That's what I would have thought. I would have thought he killed him.
Wild.
Yeah. But
yeah.
overall, I really did like the book. I liked, like, the beachy vibe, and both,
Yeah.
like, obviously in shitty situations, and they didn't know it. I mean, I think he knew hers, but
Yeah.
she didn't know necessarily his. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it.
And I think it had that kind of attention getter in the beginning too, like CoHo's good at with her mom.
Yeah.
And the Mona Lisa. No, not Mona Lisa. Who is it? It's some saint. It's like just a picture on their
Mother
wall.
Teresa?
Like Mother Teresa. Yeah.
Yeah, Mother
I was
Teresa.
like, what? Yeah, that was so weird.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, are we ready for the last and the least? Sorry.
Yes.
I had to. I just want to say this as well before we get into this one. There's some movie adaptation updates for CoHo, and we will keep you guys posted. But to my dismay, I'm good with Verity. Okay, Verity's the next one.
Yes.
We're talking about casting. We should know some stuff soon. The next one is Regretting You. Of all of her fucking
why
books,
the fuck?
who the fuck did this? I am triggered. This book sucks. Sorry, CoHo. This book sucks.
Yeah.
It
Awful.
bothered me. I would never reread it. Anyone asked me, I'm not going to recommend it. The storyline itself, I mean, like, it's another crazy tragedy due to a car accident. And a teenager with a boyfriend. You know what? It's like, it kind of fits the bill. a lot of the other books. It's different, but the lack of communication in this book.
Stupid.
Literally, I think you have put this in an episode before, but I'm going to say it again. That scene in Silver Linings Playbook where Bradley Cooper shuts the book and throws it out the fucking window.
What the fuck?
That's me this whole book.
Yeah,
So
over
I just
and
went on
over.
a rant.
I did re-listen to it just because I felt like I was behind on my goal for the year. So I was like,
Oh my God.
let's re-listen to this one just real quick. I got through it in like 5 hours, not a big deal. And the whole time I was like, I still don't like this. It's so bad. And I want to fucking punch this teenage kid. Like,
She's such a
why?
fucking brat.
Yes. It's like, again, the communication. If you just fucking tell her out the gate. I mean, I know you don't want to tarnish her memory of her dad, but boy fucked up. Like, he ruined their whole life. Like, he ruined their life. He ruined the life of his son. He ruined the life of his best friend, of his wife, like all of these things. And he could have made so many different decisions. But no, he decided, hey, I'm going to have my cake and eat it too. And just fuck everybody else.
Yeah, the thing that kills me
Fuck
with
him.
this, fuck him, is I understand her as a mother not wanting to tarnish the reputation with the dad. But what I am going to say is he's fucking dead and he's a piece of shit. Let's say it was one small thing. Let's say the affair wasn't the girl's aunt, okay, that she was besties with. Let's say it was some random stranger. Okay, don't tell her. It's an aunt. The child that she has is actually your brother. It's like, at this point, you just have to sit the little fucking bitch. I'm calling the girl. I'm on a tear. I hate this book. Sit her down and say, like, look, I get it, you hate me, and you're going through a lot. I'm going through a lot too. And we're going to go get through this together. The mom has it so much worse here because she knows. The daughter at least has the ignorance. The blissful ignorance.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I hated this book.
I did love the teen love story. Like, that was so sweet. I think if that had been on its own, that would have been great. But you put the two together. It's like two separate stories that she had in her mind. And she was like, you know what? I'm just going to fucking put them together and ruin everybody's life.
Yeah, so this is the one where he moved the sign to be able to get pizza delivered.
Yes.
Okay, I do agree with you on that. I agree with you. I thought the whole pizza, the sign, their little love story was cute.
So
but
cute.
The daughter was a little brat.
Little shit-ass brat bitch.
She said it. Period. Have you seen the TikToks of that grandson with his grandma in the nursing home? Where he's
yes.
They're like hilarious. Listeners, if you have not watched those, go look them up. He's like telling off this old lady for not liking his grandma's what was it? Garlic powder?
Yeah.
Garlic powder, and she stole it and then had the audacity to complain about it.
Yes.
And this he's like a Gen Z, guy just going off, and the grandma's in the background like, period. It's just really cute. Y'all need to watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done with regretting you if you are.
Yeah, I'm done. We're
done.
That shit.
Okay, so now, last extravaganza for you guys, for CoHo. We're going to rank all of her books, the series we have put into one, from worst to our favorite, personally, okay? So let's start at 15, and then we'll each say ours and then go up the list.
Yes, good.
Okay, number 15. Take a guess. Regretting You.
Yep, same.
Is that yours too? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Tisha, you may hate me. This is gonna show my true colors here, guys. 14 for me is the Maybe series. What's yours?
Never Never.
Oh, okay. Okay. 13 for me. Slam series.
Mine's the same.
Okay. Okay. 12. Hopeless.
No.
I know you like that one way more than I do.
Without Merit.
Without Merit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm surprised you ranked it higher than I did.
Yeah, I actually have it several places up.
Huh.
Uh-huh. Okay, 11 for me. November 9.
Okay. Mine's Layla.
What? Sorry. You know I love Layla. Okay. We're still gonna be friends after this. Okay, number 10. What do you got?
November 9.
Confess. We're getting into the middle ones for me now that are like, I'm not gonna not recommend them, but I'm not gonna like reread them. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay, 9. Never Never for me.
Okay.
I don't remember it, so I think this is kind of a BS one. So go ahead. What's your 9?
Confess.
Confess. Okay, so we're close on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, number 8.
Heartbones.
Me too. Heartbones. Okay. Okay, number 7.
Maybe Someday.
Okay.
Or the Maybe series, yeah.
Without Merit for me. See,
Okay.
I told you, I may have been a little shit talker, but I actually did enjoy it. Okay, number 6.
Ugly Love.
Ooh, I did Too Late.
Okay.
Okay. Number 5.
Too Late.
Okay, Layla. Top 5 for me. Okay.
Yeah.
4.
It Ends With Us.
Me too. It Ends With Us series at number 4.
Yes.
Okay, number 3. We're in the top 3 on the podium for the bronze medal.
Verity.
Verity. 3?
Yes.
Okay. My 3 is Reminders of Him.
Okay.
That's your number 1. I'm already calling.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
Okay. Number 2, for the silver
Hopeless.
medal. Hopeless. That's my number 12. Okay. I know you like Hopeless. Okay, I'm not judging.
Yeah.
For my silver medal is Ugly Love.
Okay, yeah.
I like
figured
the
that.
whole pilot trope.
Yeah.
And Cap. It's really Cap for me, guys. For Ugly Love, it's Cap.
Yeah.
Okay. Drum roll, please, for the gold medal, United States of America. Tisha already said hers, but go ahead.
Reminders of Him.
Reminders of Him. It's Scotty. For me, Verity.
Yeah.
Okay. We had some that were close and then some that were polar opposites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Think
it
that-
makes sense, though.
Yeah. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
If we ever get to the end of, like, SJM universe, we'll have to do, like, a rundown of all of those, a ranking.
Nothing
And
will
just
ever
see.
beat Mist and Fury, but we'll see. You're probably like
I like-
Silver Flames.
I like Daka War better.
Oh, yeah, you wanted the...
Yeah.
Okay. The fighting. That was my... For any of you guys not watching it on video, you need to watch it on video because I did a movement that she laughed at. Don't know why it's so funny. I was preparing for a war. Okay. I think that's all we have for y'all today. Anything else to add?
If anybody wants merch, open book shirts, what else can we do? Koozies. Bookmarks.
Cruise, I'm wearing one for my candle company, but the same place that we get the shirts, so.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the Gildan, Glidden, I don't know.
Yes.
These crews, I wear them like year round. It's just cozy, comfy.
Yeah, love those. Just send us a message, and, if we get enough demand for them, we'll put them on the website, but as of right now, it's just kind of by request only, so just reach out to one of us, or reach out to the Open Booked page on any of our socials, send us a message and say, hey, I want a t-shirt, and we'll figure that out for you. Other than that, we have no idea what we're doing next week, so
It's gonna
stay
be an
tuned for
adventure.
a surprise.
It may be a surprise for us as well. Maybe we'll just get on here and talk shit for an hour.
just Just wing it. Find
Yeah.
some conspiracy to talk about and then go from there.
I don't have to wing that. I'm always prepared to talk
Same.
about conspiracies. Don't get me started on time travel.
Oh gosh.
Honestly, maybe we should do one where we just react to different videos because I think that'd be fun. We need to figure out how to do that. Maybe a bonus app, so you need to subscribe for that.
Yes. Which it's a new lower price right now, so be sure to do that.
Yeah, subscribe to get bonus content and maybe some bonus episodes. So.
Yeah, and go follow our socials. Open Booked on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. I posted a review of my first arc on our Facebook last night. Well, this morning at like 1:30. So I'll probably share some about my arcs on one of the platforms or all of them. And yeah.
Sounds great. Well,
We will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.